All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome out to 0 Hour. It's nice to have everybody with us tonight. It is April 12th, and this is our 6th episode, and got a nice sized panel with us this evening. We got Dabu with us. How you doing, D? All right. Anybody else? Erick, you with us? All right. I guess you guys couldn't hear me in the chat. I'm not sure about everybody else. Now. Yeah, I think everybody out there could hear me, but you guys, I don't think could. I think I was muted in the hangout. So how's everybody doing tonight? D, how are you? Good, man. Erick, what's going on, brother?
Good.
All right, Independent Press Project with us this evening. How you doing, my friend?
I'm just chilling, just hanging out, man.
Like Bob Dylan. Right on, man. May, what's going on, brother?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on.
Right on, man. Anytime. Thanks for being with us this evening. I'm glad everybody came out tonight. Nice to see everybody in the chat. And we got a handful of things to talk about this evening. First and foremost, I don't know how we could even push forward here without starting right off the bat with North Korea and what's going on with North Korea. There's quite a bit of stuff happening, lots of moves being made, and I'm kind of curious everybody's stance on that, where everybody stands, and let's have a discussion about it. Yeah, handful, Mr. Ray. Definitely. Mr. Anderson was helping us. We were looking around the other day. He offered up a lot of good information about that. Yeah. So what are you guys thinking? What's going on? Where do we stand?
Very interesting. The moves that China's making, and the move that Japan made earlier with concern for the people that they have in South Korea. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. We can hear you. You're good.
Yeah,
we're all in kind of thought about this. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. But continue.
That's that coupled with the test that they're supposed to take place tomorrow. Am I correct about that?
If they do something, we should see it register like we did every other time. It should register as a small earthquake. It should be one of the first signals that we get, a very shallow quake coming from North Korea. It's what we've seen the last few times with big detonations taking place underground.
And D, you were talking about that satellite, right, earlier?
Yeah, it's interesting because anyone, if you've got that link out there, and this isn't like brand new. I want to clarify that this thing's been going over our country for some time now, but it's there. What concerns me is this is an object that they launched. No one was for sure what the payload was. No one knew. No one knows what they're launching out of the country. The military said they were keeping an eye on it. Then they said that it was tumbling, and they projected that it would fall out of the sky. Well, here we are. Fast forward to today, this thing's still going in the opposite direction as all the rest of the satellites. It's still up there, and it's making passes over the United States. And here, if you go there now, you're going to see it's just outside of the Bahamas. It's getting ready to make a pass over the United States. It's going to go over Long Island and right over Hartford, Connecticut. But you can check the chart there. It's got a 10-day layout, and you can see whenever it's going to go overhead near you to try to see if you can step outside and get a beat on it, because you can see the ISS. I've tracked the ISS and stepped outside and looked up, and I've seen it crossing perfectly timed with this site at this link. They do a good job of keeping up with all of it. You can punch in a bunch of different satellites and track them there. But this one in particular, we don't know what it is. And with all the crap going on, I think it'd be in our best interest just to keep an eye on it and where it's at. 'Cause we have no clue what's on it.
Well, it looks
whatsoever.
like it's getting ready to pass over me. Well, at least with as close as it's going to get to my area. But yeah, we have it up on the
That's just
screen now.
today.
So, yep.
Yeah,
This is
check out the 10-day, and you can see where it's going to crisscross over the United States and see where it should highlight the areas where it's going to come closest to wherever your IP is pinging or whatever it's picking up on you.
well, it looks like it's crossing over into Connecticut right now, getting ready to. So, yeah, I mean it's a pretty tense situation going on right now. You know, lots of words going back and forth, lots of heated exchanges.
If you look at that map too, you can look out to the left of it. Yeah, like I just had to refresh. Mine was lagging, I guess. But yeah, you're right. It's just now starting to cross over that area. You can look to the left and you can see its projected path its next time around. So you can see it's going to cut through Arkansas, right there at the border of Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, right through the middle. So yeah, that's a good link just to be able to keep track of not only this one but any other one. And they've got one up there. That aside, I don't know what to expect here for tomorrow because tomorrow's not the 15th. I don't know what kind of big event they would be preparing for, but it seems like something.
Yeah, I thought I had seen Saturday was the supposed test day of whatever North Korea's got planned right now. I don't know where that they got that information from, but that's what I saw.
Right. As I was saying earlier, some of the stuff is unconfirmed. And what we do know is they did tell the journalists to get out of there. That was for sure. Um, warning them of a big event. We know that that's true. As far as an evacuation of 25% of the city, that came from Pravada. That was what was unconfirmed. They're making moves with journalists. Seems they have something up their sleeve. It seems South Korea's foreign minister is saying that North Korea will face unendurable sanctions following new provocation. So, more sanctions.
Yeah, I suppose we can expect that to continue for a while, but let's just see how the next couple of weeks have to play out a certain way. Who knows what's going to happen.
So I'm curious to know what Russia thinks about this. I know that might sound a little strange, but with the involvement China's had and what we've seen break in the past couple of days and their relationship with Russia, I'm just curious I wonder if
Well,
anything's
I've
coming out
always
from them.
wondered, I've always said, why hasn't anyone ever, from the United States standpoint, ever got in between China and Russia, knowing that they'd be huge allies and a hard force to bring down if they stood together? So, I think somewhere along the lines, you have to work into that. There has to be something's got to give. Now, I don't know what all, none of us know exactly what Xi Jinping and Trump were talking about behind closed doors, but he definitely put some kind of deal on the table in terms of trade. And immediately, I mean, he's sitting there eating cake like, hey, I'm bombing Damascus right now, just so you know, eating cake. Lets him know while they're sitting there, that's what they were saying earlier. And then said he struck a deal with him and said, look, if you can help resolve this, we won't label you a currency manipulator like he said he was going to do. And we can get some good trade going. And then immediately they shut down the coal from North Korea, some 2 million tons, something they rejected at the ports. And then there was talk of picking up trade with the United States in terms of coal. So that's a big shift. Then China threatening North Korea saying, look, if anything happens in terms of a leak, an attack, a strike, anything where any radiation blows back into China, that they would respond with force to protect their own interest. So then China said next step they could possibly do before any kind of military involvement would be to cut off oil. And that's big time. You're talking about cutting every single thing off this country. The last lifeline has been China. And now that the table's kind of turning on them, I don't know. They're putting them in a dicey spot there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I have to wonder, really, for China to behave that way, to save face from being labeled a currency manipulator, what type of currency manipulation was going on? What was?
Well, what's crazy is Trump was the one that just manipulated the currency today. And it's mind blowing because this whole time, I mean, it seems to be the theme with him. To say one thing and then turn around and do another. Just like the other day, he's like, well, I'm not going to talk about it when it comes to Syria. But I'll tell you this, we're going to send an armada. So he talks about it right after he's not going to talk about it.
Right.
Is the thing. So that's the thing with him is, I don't know with this whole thing, how this whole thing's going to hash out. But, you know, they're only going to do something if they've got ships in the vicinity. So you got to think about that. They're not going to spend all this time to get ships into position and then bring them all back home just to all do it all again later. So you have to pay attention to the small window while we've got warships and armadas in the area. You know?
Yeah. See, B joined us. What's going on, B?
What's up?
What up?
Not much, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, yeah. Running my ass off, man. I don't never stop.
You sound exhausted.
I feel it. I wasn't even going to jump in the show except for I said I was going to, so I did.
Nice. Well,
Staying busy.
Yeah, and I didn't think you were going for a little bit. I didn't realize what time it was, too. I didn't even realize you were live until I jumped on. I'm like, crap, it's already live.
yeah.
So, did you guys see that the Ukraine is sending ships to North Korea?
I did not.
I see something on North Korea about some guy receiving funds through something, and Ukraine was trending, but I didn't see nothing else, nothing like that.
They're saying Ukraine has only five naval ships in its entire military, but it's sending two of which to join the carrier strike group.
Dude, that's crazy, man. That's almost like sacrificial.
And
they don't give a damn.
Also, Japan's sending. But people knew about Japan already.
Man, so think about this, man. That kind of changes things. We've got multiple countries now sending to this armada that's mounting up outside of North Korea. And think about it. Trump just pretty much had a talk with, the way I see it, he had a talk with Xi Jinping and was like, look, if we're going to remove this guy, we're going to do it. What do you do if you're China, though? If the United States and Trump's sitting there like, look, we're going to strike him. And you're China, and we're sitting there. Imagine you're China for a second, and you're thinking, okay, if they hit the wrong facility in the wrong way, that's going to blow back on us. You see what I'm saying? And that's the threat that China just put on North Korea, is that if you allow or you provoke anything like that to happen, whether it's a leak, accident, a strike, whatever, that they were going to strike them. Now, do you think that China making that statement about shit blowing back in their country would strike any facility that would blow back into their country? No. To me, they would strike Kim Jong-un and they would take him out for letting it happen. They'd flatten his regime. But then that becomes a chaotic kind of, who swoops in then? Does China sit back and let the United States run in and put in a puppet government? Or does the United States sit back and let China do that?
I think the whole peninsula goes to the south. I think
do you see
over the next
borders?
10 years, I see the border getting erased. I see the Northerners, taking some big referendum vote or some shit, to yeah.
But you have to topple Un at this point. You know what I'm saying?
You have to kill one man.
You have to take him out and his loyalist, and my biggest thing is that it's always been said that they're this puppet regime of North Korea propped up as an enemy state. I'm just hoping they're not using them as to set off some huge world event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to where they could attack us here, just to say EMP or whatever, and to say it was them. You know,
I'm currently more concerned about Middle East conflict. I think that the combination,
the Syria situation,
Syria, only because the way the media fucking twists everything. It's like it's not about Syria, it's about Muslim people. You know what I'm saying? I just see that escalating. Nobody's friends with North Korea. Nobody really. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I care about the people in there. I'm sure
I
most
do
of you got it too. I mean, we're humans. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm
it
saying
sucks.
affecting us. I'm saying
Right.
affecting the homeland, causing retaliation or attacks here. I don't think that there, you know, somebody would have to be a fucking complete idiot to think that Kim Jong-un could actually launch some shit that could come anywhere close to harming us.
Right. No, he's not going to get nothing across that ocean.
Right.
It's like I've said back in the past. It's anybody, they're going to see anything coming. Like the only thing that concerns me at this point is the one little rogue satellite we've got floating over our head right now. That's like the only thing that I see, that because it's mysterious. We don't know what's on it, what's in it, and it's still there. It's like the one thing that's floating around.
You're talking about the one that can continuously tumbles off its orbit and shit. It's like it's like built off balance and it can't stay on orbit.
That's what they said in the beginning, and that it would fall out of the sky. And here we are over a year later, and it's still going on smooth paths. It's making smooth. There's spaced out paths. That's not like it's all over the place. It's making these orbits. They have synchronicity to them. It's just going the wrong way. It's not going the same way as the rest of the satellites. It's going the opposite way. And that's weird too.
Yeah.
I don't know. You figured they would have blew the damn thing out of the sky or something at this point.
If it was a weapon.
Well, that's the thing. How would they know? Is my thing. I know we got a lot of tech. I know we got satellite sniffers that are here on the ground, but we're talking in space here. Do they have something in space they can pick up that it has an EMP discharge device on it? I mean, do they?
Your common cop can touch your palm of your hand with a magnet and tell if you shot a gun. You know what I'm saying? So if
that's tracing gunpowder. I see what you're saying.
They're tracing tetranitric triglyceride.
Look at how we're thinking. But none of this matters if it's a false flag.
Yeah.
What if the whole thing was planned? That's how I see it. If it's going to happen,
that's us. That'd be us making the bomb.
Right. Or them allowing this whole thing to go down this way. You see what I'm saying? Just to blame them. Just like Pearl Harbor. They let them come across the ocean and hit Pearl Harbor so they could drop bombs on Japan.
I'm seeing right now on Twitter, apparently people are talking a lot about there being a World War III draft. People are just, from what I'm seeing, they're kind of just embracing this whole thing.
They love it, man. They love it. Look, liberals are scared of two things. Gun-toting Americans and North Koreans. That's like it. They hate patriotic Americans and North Koreans. The rest of the world, you know, it's oh my goodness. Gotta love it, man.
So my theory on North Carolina.
Those crazy North Carolinas.
Where are you from?
Right here, this guy
my fault.
literally says, I better be a lottery pick in the World War III draft. Really?
Okay.
And then somebody saying me throwing hand grenades after getting drafted to fight in World War III.
Okay, my theory on the North Korea is that I think that we already have it situated to where we have everybody around the international community knows that it will consolidate into South Korea. I think that China's doing exactly what they say they're doing. They're putting the troops there on their border to stop North Korean refugees from entering their country. I think that the United States will help with ground forces in North Korea while the transition goes through for all the North Koreans to transition into just being one country with South Korea.
North Korea doesn't hold a border with China, does it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
Small
yes.
border, to my understanding, very small.
I got to look at the map. I thought they bordered with the south on one side and then Russia, an 11-mile stretch of Russia on the north side.
Let me double check. I believe it's a very small strip.
I believe so too, because
No,
from what I was
Russia's
reading,
11 miles. I wonder what they're doing, what Russia's doing on their 11-mile border
With who?
A wall.
with North Korea.
North Korea sits right up next. It runs its
right
whole-
up on China.
Oh yeah,
Right on
it's
China.
on China.
I
Yeah,
know it's
all
a
that-
peninsula, so I know it's mostly surrounded with water. I have to take a
They've
look.
got Pyongyang kind
it
of
is a
situated in
river.
the middle.
It's a river, but it still is a good stretch.
It's a river?
China's
It's
massive.
almost like how our southern border is, Rio Grande.
The Rio Grande.
Yeah,
Looks
very
like,
similar
oh,
type of
okay.
thing.
So it looks like the whole peninsula looks like Florida. I got it. I see it now. That is a whole lot big.
Hell with China, Russia's massive.
Man, it's so big.
Dude.
Oh, there's the little tiny Russian border. That little itty bitty tiny
It wraps
thing.
down around the right side, right?
Yeah. All right. Now I'm starting to put it all together.
And then we got Japan sitting right off on the other side of the Sea of Japan.
Look at all right. You can just go. I'll just share my map with you or my screen with you guys, but you can just look at the look at how tight their borders are on the water, where South Korea's all out there. You know what I'm saying? They got the North Korean border pushed all the way up to the coast. That's kind of crazy.
I see that, yeah. There on that left side.
Yeah. Well, all around,
Yeah,
it just looks like they have a whole bunch. And you know what I'm saying? Where you would think that would be a little bit more international. Like,
They have a line that extends out that separates them there, and it goes right out by this little island and ends.
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Well, Lee just posted a link. It was it just went up. This article just went up about 15 minutes ago on Reuters. Foreign journalists in North Korea gather for a big event amid tensions.
Yeah, I covered that earlier.
Yeah.
So don't you guys pay attention to shit?
Yeah.
We were talking about this on iCitizen
Okay.
hours ago.
Right on. Very good. Well,
Dude,
that's
Russia's got a back door into North Korea. I never realized that. Russia does got a back door into North Korea.
Yeah, it's only a little tiny 11-mile strip. It's like
That's
small.
crazy, dude. But it's
The journalists that were inside of North Korea for the event that's going to be taking place in the next few days for the 150 year whatever.
The Day of the Sun.
That thing. But they were there to cover that event. But then earlier today, which was late last night in North Korean time, the journalists were told that they have to get up and go. That they would have to get up and go and be out by 6:20 a.m. North Korean time. And they were boarded on these buses without being told where they were going. And the reporters got off the buses, and when they got off the buses, they were told to leave their cell phones in the buses.
More than their cell phones, lighters, basically same shit as if they was trying to get on a plane.
There's around 200 journalists too.
Question on it.
Yeah, laptops.
What gives me a good question on this though? Who's providing cell phone service for North Korea?
Well, I mean, they ain't in the Stone Age.
Yeah, but still.
I'm sure they probably have the tech. They have their own internal cell phone company or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
hell,
sure.
you cross over the invisible border that keeps America and Canada separated, and they audit. You take a 5-foot step across the border, and your service changes.
Yeah. Hello, Rogers.
Yo, you don't even have to cross the border, and I know that from my experience in northern New York. You could be right there in northern New York and be well, back in the day when roaming was a thing, I used to get roaming charges for using Rogers Towers, and I was in New York and I was on T-Mobile.
I hope you filed claims.
No, yeah, they reimbursed me for all of it, but yeah, that's what I'm saying is Rogers Towers reach right over into the United States. You can connect to a Rogers Tower in the state of New York.
I guess if we want to fly anywhere, now would be the time to start snatching up tickets on United.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed. It comes
Yeah,
with
you
a,
want
comes with a couple
$400
points of
round trip to
stock
Italy
too.
right now.
That's funny.
What the freak? Yo. So BNO News is saying right now that we would know in 4 to 7 minutes if there was a nuclear bomb that went off.
Yeah, they're
It would
12
take 47 minutes.
4 to 7 minutes.
well, they're
like you
12
can see the
hours ahead of
earthquakes, We
us.
always do.
They're 12 hours ahead of us,
It's always
so
the first sign.
that puts them
So
at 10
Mike, do you think
a.m.
we'll know it in the future?
Space travelers.
I just keep an eye on the quake maps, man. Just have one bookmark,
Yeah.
check it every now and then. Because when you see about
Watch
a 5,
for that one that 5-pointer with where it has no depth.
yeah, just barely shallow. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it, man. It's quiet in that region right now in the earthquake map. I mean, one hit's there. It's what it is.
Yeah. There's got to be someone's got to be broadcasting out of North Korea. There's got to be somebody in there. Where's CBS when you need them?
No, we're CNN. CNN's there. Where are they?
Well, they're rounded up with 200 other journalists right now sitting on a bus somewhere, not allowed to have their stuff.
According to
CNN,
this,
please stand up. CNN, please
You
stand
watch
up.
them all get held as hostages or some shit crazy.
right?
Dude,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking
I was thinking
crazy.
that earlier.
I just followed an account on Twitter here, because they were new inside North Korea. Okay, they started tweeting again a few days ago, but they went inactive in like July of 2015, and then all of a sudden they started tweeting again, and they put out this tweet 5 hours ago. It says hashtag Pyongyang has not ordered evacuation from the city. It's all calm. But they're reporting from inside North Korea, and their tweets are going ridiculously viral. When I followed them 40 minutes ago, they had like 800 followers, and they're almost at 1,300 now.
Who
and
is
They're
that?
basically providing. It's called the Twitter handle is called Inside North Korea, and
Well, anything with the name North Korea right now is getting mass
or
hits.
Inside
So
NK,
anybody that's got that-
Inside_NK.
Well, I mean, if
Yeah.
somebody's inside there, I mean, people are wanting to know what's going on. You know, like you said, it's
Right, but I think this is a propaganda Twitter handle, because you can follow the Daily North Korea. They have 3 times the following, and they've been putting out some pretty relatively decent stuff. I'm just saying this one account is contradictory to all the other reports.
Everybody.
You'll have 10 reports saying one thing, and this one will say that's wrong.
Even the guy that from Your News Asia was even saying it, and he was putting out photos of the buses that they were all going on. He was literally on the ground.
I'll tell everybody this woman here, her Twitter handle is Anna Fifield, at Anna Fifield, and she is the Tokyo bureau chief for the Washington Post. But her job is to report the Koreas, and she is somewhere over there, and she's been putting out some pretty good stuff. Yeah, being that she's Washington Post or whatever, but her Twitter has been pretty good today. But here's one. She said the reports were told they could not take lighters, cell phones, or laptops, and that was. And another Twitter handle is North Korea News.org, and that's the internet's #1 source for breaking North Korea news.
I mean, they didn't do this last time.
No.
Right before the celebration. That's what I'm saying. With all of this, this is weird, man. This is almost like they've got a cache of hostages. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we don't hear from these people
within the next 12 hours,
I mean, something. You can't have this many journalists just going completely dark inside of North Korea.
Who are the journalists? You know what I'm saying?
Well, this could be more than what we think, man. Like I said, this could be a big hole. There could be more to the script. There usually is. And I tell you what, people could be caught up in this right now, not even realize what's going on. But just imagine if CNN's already got someone embedded in there, MSNBC, all these guys, all these stations just so happen to have somebody embedded in there, hostage, when this whole thing breaks loose, you know? Just like right before Flight 370 went missing, they had a dude in the cockpit with the pilot. Like, what are the odds? You know, like stuff like that you got to watch. Well, good question. Who's in there? We hear all these journalists. Let's get some names and agencies.
I can get one of them for you because I followed them earlier.
The Jeremy Coe, that's the one that I'm following.
Jeremy's not actually there though.
This is that Inside NK Twitter page. The last time they posted was 4 hours ago. But they've been posting, their tweets go back for a long time.
Inside NK.
Yeah, inside.
Yeah, they go back for a long
NK.
time, but you see right there where there's a break right in the middle of it. It's like August of 2015. They stopped tweeting. And then the very next tweet was like a week ago, and they're like, "We're back. We're gonna keep an eye on the North Korea nuclear crisis." It's like, what?
Right.
So where you been?
Who are you?
Yeah. Where you been, and why all of a sudden you feel like you got to propagate some shit?
Okay, so I'm working on an article right now. This is actually very surprising. Sheila Abdus Salam, the first African-American woman to serve on the New York highest court, was found dead today at 2 p.m. on the bank of the Hudson River.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Are you changing topics?
Well, I just got this in my attention, so.
Squirrels.
Yeah, that
Squirrel.
was a squirrel. Did you see that thing?
All right, so I'm looking at the satellite tracker right now, and it's coming through the eastern side of China. It's looking like it might be on target to go right through North Korea. If there would be any correct me if I'm wrong, but if there would be any time where it would be a good opportunity for them to get satellite pictures of doing something crazy, that would be right when their satellite's going right over their country. So I'm just kind of waiting for the map to catch up here and see what the
where are all the brilliant network dudes at? You know what I'm saying? These guys that are like, all right, I'm about to plug us into the North Korean servers, and we're going to see what's going on in here. You know, where the fuck are these guys at?
Would the IT hackers please stand up?
Yeah. I mean,
Please.
somebody's got to know somebody. Somebody's got to know shit about something. Do you expect me to believe that this place is basically another planet?
I just got word that the Philippines' leader is now canceling his visit to disputed South China Sea island. So he sent troops up in there when the president was here, and now all of a sudden he's canceling his trip to go there. That's interesting. Wonder if they'll back out or.
The Philippines, they're part of. They were bound under the TPP to be basically our little bitches. Now that we ain't in the TPP no more, I wonder whose bitches they are.
China.
China was never part of the TPP.
I don't mean a thing.
Well, gotta be somebody's bitches.
Now we got the Daily Star out of the UK reporting that North Korea prepares for war. Kim orders residents to evacuate Pyongyang immediately. Ordered 600,000 residents in Pyongyang to evacuate immediately.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I put a tweet out about that. There was apparently it was 6,000 or 600,000 criminals. Yeah, and
that was the original story that I'd seen from Bravada and everything else.
Yeah.
And they're also citing Jeremy Coe here in his reference to everyone having to get shipped out.
Well, and that's also all the other countries that are pulling Japan's pulling their citizens out of there too.
Yeah, that's. I mean, dude, think about that. That's a very good point there. Japan's pulling their citizens out of there. You do that when you think something huge is going to go down,
right?
To protect them.
My question is if this place is as mysterious and dark as it is, why has Japan got citizens up in there? What are they doing? Vacationing?
South Korea they're in.
Is that where they were at?
Yeah, they're in South Korea.
Then they might be vacationing.
Yeah, they're most likely.
Well,
to
they
be.
have delegates from other countries that spend time there too. I mean, remember it was a couple of weeks ago when they went toe to toe with who was it? Was it the Philippines? And they said that the North Korean ambassadors couldn't leave. It was with the people that were wanted for injecting the poison into Kim Jong Un's brother at the airport. Remember that? And they had them held in the North Korean embassy, and they wouldn't let them out. But the police wanted them for questioning, so they put up a barricade around the North Korean embassy, and then North Korea said, "Fine, your people aren't allowed to leave." So there are delegates from other countries. Maybe it's the countries that they do trade with. I'm not sure why they're there, but apparently there were 5 members of I want to say the Philippines. I'm not 100% sure if it's the Philippines or not, but Malaysia. That's it. There were I believe 5 Malaysians at the time that were in North Korea, and they weren't letting them leave either. So they do have people from other countries in there at any given time, but it's who knows what's happening with them. And now we've got 200 reporters that are who knows what's up with them. They're not tweeting, obviously. Man, a lot going on right now. The next handful of hours, it's 10 in the morning there, so things are going to start happening there.
Where is the USS Alabama? Does anybody know?
Negative.
I just seen somebody tweeted something and said interesting, and I opened it up and it went over to Reddit, and they got this huge chat in the forum over this image that somebody posted that looks like a screenshot of the dash of inside of somewhere in the military. It says emergency action message. It's from National Military Command Center, Washington, D.C. to the USS Alabama, and in the corner of it's cut off. But I was just wondering.
USS Alabama is a museum.
It's a museum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a South Dakota class battleship. It was the 6th ship of the United States Navy named after the state of Alabama. It was decommissioned January 9th, 1947.
Where's it sit?
It is in
Louisiana?
Battleship Park on Mobile Bay in Louisiana.
Okay. No, it's in Alabama.
Alabama.
That's in Georgia.
Yeah, Mobile, Alabama.
Which one?
It's I'm looking at the address. It says 2703 Battleship Park,
it's in Georgia.
Mobile, Alabama. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, if it's a museum, then that changes things.
It's somewhere. Yeah, it's a museum. That's cool. It's a big old boat.
It is. It's a nice boat.
Tour. You know what else was nice?
What's that, sir?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Probably rapid rafting through Pyongyang down this big old river.
There you go.
That actually looks kind of fun.
Yeah. Damn, they got national forces and shit.
Yeah.
It can't be too bad if they're preserving the earth.
They're preserving it, all right. One leaf at a time.
So does everybody see that the Chechens are throwing gay people into jail? Like prison camps?
Did you say that the Chechens?
Yeah. Chechnya. Right?
When did they start doing that?
Like this week.
Chechnya.
Chechnya. Chechnya.
Yeah.
Chechnya. Chechnya. How do you spell Chechnya? Chechnya. Gay people. That's what I'm going to search. I'll bet you it'll come up.
Reuters.
Gay people.
Reuters is even pushing this now that foreign journalists in North Korea gather for big event amid tensions. Oh, they're just talking about them gathering there amid tensions. I'm going to open that up and read into it.
Yeah. More than 100 people were sent off to a prison camp in Chechnya, and their crime was being homosexual.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. And people over here are wondering what the fuck's going on. just because somebody wants to say the word homosexual in a not so friendly voice. If I say like homosexual, people will be like, this guy needs to go to jail just for how I said it. It's kind of crazy. You look around the world and see how everybody's just so fucking different.
Just look at Canada. Yeah, Canadians, I went there.
Because the Maple Leafs suck.
Oh,
There's only
Mr.
3 people who know
Mr.
what I'm
Johnson.
repping for.
Yeah. That's pretty
I'm
funny.
joking, Canada. I like you guys. Some of you guys.
Boy.
You guys see this? We got a little spot here where Russia, China, and North Korea come together. It is a little tiny meeting of the countries. So this is Russia, and this is
You can't
China.
see your screen, right, Mike?
Better?
Yep.
All right. So this is Russia. In between these two black lines here, that's China, and then this is North Korea. So let me zoom out and give you guys a scope of where we're at here. All right, so this whole area here is Russia. Come dipping down into here is China, and all this is the North Korean and China border.
It's amazing, though, there that China has no coast over there.
Yeah.
They're
Listen,
stricken. They don't have
Canadian
any
River.
ports. They have no ports all the way
Nope.
up through there because China or Russia
Yep.
clipped them.
Russia
Oh,
clipped
they
it
got the
there,
river.
and North Korea's
They
right
got the
there.
river right there.
They got the river, and it looks
Well,
like they
they're-
have actual part of the river, but it stops right here.
Yeah, but that should be international waters for them to use that river.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that
I get
no,
what
but
you're
I'm
saying,
saying
though,
like they
yeah.
don't have any coastline, like they're like blocked in there. It's like Russia slipped all the way down in there. Like we're taking this, yeah.
Yeah, Russia's like, screw you guys. This is ours. We need our fishing.
Yeah, they got plenty of it.
We watching everything you bring through here.
Looks like they got a
Russia's
train system going from Russia to North Korea right here.
How do you think they get coal?
Yeah.
I guess they use boats, don't they?
Yeah, but boats would take a lot longer.
Wait, you're talking about to Russia.
That's to
Yeah.
Russia. Yeah, that bridge crosses to Russia.
Is that from North Korea? Or
That's from
China?
North Korea, yep.
I came back while you were zoomed in, so I don't know exactly where you... Hey, why don't you click that little Earth button on the bottom so we can see what it really looks like? Over to the other side. Don't get mad at me for trying to assist you in Google Earthing.
I'm not
I know
mad at
some
all.
people take to that.
I you know way more about this than I do. So this is Russia right here. This little clip coming down into here is China. So they all, and then this is North Korea down here. So they all meet right here. This is a meeting of the 3 countries, right where these white lines are.
Somebody say white lines.
Uh-oh.
Jokes.
Snip.
We got jokes.
I'm glad that dude never found another way to talk to me.
Yep, so China, North Korea, and Russia. Interesting. And then the border is huge. Huge for North Korea and China. It's all this is North Korea, China border.
Or no?
The train tracks.
Yeah, go back to the train tracks on Earth view. You zoom in.
Yep, that's the train bridge.
Go- Keep going. There's a station over there on the North Korea side. Did you see it?
Damn.
Why does the water look like that?
Pollution?
That ain't no pollution. That
Frozen?
looks soapy.
Might be frozen.
Keep following the tracks. It looks like a temple.
Yeah, there's a huge something over here. It's this right here.
It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Click it.
Tom and Gang Station.
So Russia has commuter trains that goes into North Korea.
Why not? They don't have a beef with them.
This might be coal here. This might be some type of refinery or something. Namjung Sandong.
What?
Namjung Sandong. This is farmland. Don't look too healthy, though. This is winter time, though. See, this is probably all snow here. I bet you that river's frozen. That's a frozen river.
What if it's always frozen?
No, it's soapy. That's a community bathing area.
Everybody just jump on in. The soap's already in.
Sanbong.
Has anybody seen where they said the destination was going to be for any of these?
Any of
For any of
what?
these ships?
What ships?
Off the
Any of the
They
military
said
ships?
Pacific. They said in the Pacific and just off, toward Korea. They never did say, specifically where.
yeah
What I was
South.
Right.
talking about earlier. Go ahead.
I had heard South Korean off the shores of South Korea in the Sea of Japan, which puts it right around in this area. I think the northwest corner of North Korea is where they've been doing their missile tests from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how China's cool with that.
I'm
Well,
just curious because look, I'm looking at the map here, all right, and you see, I'm not thinking they're gonna go. I mean, maybe they will, but way north to come around the north end of Japan. I think they would come up the south end of Japan, right?
Right, they would come up through the
And come
Pacific
around to
up.
South Korea.
Right, this way. Yeah.
So yeah, they'll come through the North Pacific, down into the Philippine Sea, and up into the East Sea of Japan. And that would put them into South Korea. I was just looking at strategic areas. You know what I'm saying? There's passageways through the Sea of Okhotsk, around the northern end of Japan, but that would be coming down all through Russia's area. That's all Russian territory. And I'm trying to get a bead to see if Russia's got any ships out there too. Because Russia's got some shit out there too.
Hey, D, I don't know if you saw the post from Mr. Anderson. Something's breaking. He said he sent you an email if you want to check your emails real quick. All right.
Yeah, I just did. I didn't see anything. I'll check again.
Let's see if we can find real quick where they were launching their missiles from.
I see it, Mr. A. Thank you. Yeah, USS Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Sent me some information on that. Ohio class sub. SSBN 731.
All right, Pingai.
It's a submarine.
Yep, you won't get much tracking information on those.
So hold on. If the one we were talking about before is turned into a museum and it's a ship, then this is totally different. That means that the USS Alabama they may have been referencing in that is the submarine.
Or it's a really fun museum.
It was an emergency alert sent from DC to the USS Alabama. That's why it made no sense if it was a museum.
Ohio class
So-
submarine, USS Alabama, SSBN 731.
Yeah.
Sixth
That-
Ohio
what the fuck
class
the
nuclear.
hell?
Why would they have two? Just to fuck
That's
people?
right. That's exactly what it does. I'm glad he caught that though. Good looking out because now we know it's at least we know there's a sub creeping around out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't know. Well, none of
We
these.
don't even know where any of our damn shubs are.
I mean, there's no way because the
or
enemy could just
however
sit
many
there.
we have.
There's no way we could track them and have a way to track any of the military stuff like that realistically. Because if we could, anyone else could. And
I'm pretty sure we have subs that roll out with each of our carrier fleets on big operations like this, no matter what. Probably even 2 or 3 of them.
right.
That's because nobody would know that they're there.
And no, we've been sending submarines with our carrier fleet since World War II. What would be different today?
Museums. That would actually really be a good museum.
So this Punggye-ri area in North Korea is where they're said to be conducting their nuclear tests out of this area. There is a few. Well, there's one road in and one road out, and then it looks like this is some kind of an access road. Coming through down into here. What's this place? Ooh, look at this place buried in the mountains.
That's one of their facilities. It looks like right out of one of those images that was I shared earlier and was taking screenshots of. Looks like the compounds they were zeroing in on, taking pictures of right there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the big mound. Yep.
This is it? This is the area?
Yep, that's it. That's the big mound. That's where they saying there was movement. They said they even saw people on the ground. They saw trailers.
Yeah, and it's hidden, man. If you follow this road to get there, it's like this road is just hidden in the middle of nowhere. And it comes all the way in, and there's an actual train station. See, this road just goes and goes and goes for miles till you get to the town, which is right here.
That's the gas station.
Actually,
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
that's the
man.
town. That's the town right there. And the
They
site
have their
is
O cut off. Ain't
all the
nobody
way up
going
here.
there.
And there's one road in and one road out with a train station in it. And then this long road through the mountains. Look at these mountains. Those are nuts. Look at the patterns in there. That's kind of crazy. Like they got the cuts, but then there's like they almost look like leaves, don't they? They got the little sideways slits on the rocks. That's weird.
Yeah, they are interesting.
Look,
Okay, so reports are coming out that China has moved 25,000 more troops to the North Korean border.
They shut down the ship locator on the Navy's website. Wow. Of a gonna share my screen real quick.
Yeah, and the U.S. Pacific Command put out a tweet. They say by land, air, or sea, the amphibious 7th Fleet Blue-Green Team is well prepared to carry out a wide variety of missions in the Indo-Asia Pacific.
Look, if you want to know where the ships are at, contact Port Ops Dispatcher.
Call him, babe.
This-
Come on,
this
does
used to
that
be- what am I going to tell them?
just say, hey, according to the website, I need to call you for information. Could you kindly tell me where this ship is located?
And where it's going?
And just shout it out, man.
I don't have any specific ship I want to see. This is typically you're supposed to be able to come over here.
Does it cover subs?
It covers all of our stuff, you know. We have, but it's an interactive map. It's just like Google Maps. It's actually powered by Google Maps.
If you can give me a ship we want to track, I will call them right now.
Yo, B, you should call them live with that wire you had earlier.
With that wire, I can just
Yeah,
put my phone on speaker.
That line in.
But we need to put your phone on speaker.
Check this out.
Not as fancy.
United Airlines saying they're no longer going to use police officers to remove passengers. So what happens? Something crazy does happen on United Airlines.
What are they going to use?
It's going to be a brawl.
I thought they were marshals. Weren't they marshals that were on that plane?
But they're not a police officer. They're different.
Well, they have jurisdiction over damn near
Air
anything
marshals
and
are-
everything.
Yeah.
Air marshals, an airline can't
Yeah,
tell
you're
an air marshal they can't. Yeah.
Yeah, remember, we got to stay on top of these foreign journalists that are inside Korea in getting any word from them, because the longer they go without saying anything, it's highly suspect.
So Trump
It's
says.
almost being held hostage.
So Trump says he offered China a better trade deal in exchange for help on North Korea.
And he did. The cold deal got put in motion.
Right, because Americans won't burn our own coal, so we're gonna dig it up and send it to them. Answer
Well,
me
he
this. Riddle me
promised
this,
the coal
Batman.
workers work.
Riddle me this.
All right, I don't want to hear another bitching about carbon or any of this other stuff.
What part of the earth does it matter if you burn that shit?
No
Right.
problem with drilling holes and
Right.
What the shit?
fracking it.
Oh, it doesn't contribute to global warming if it's done in China. That's a rule.
Yeah.
Of course not.
No.
That Paris Climate Agreement, it had China didn't even have to start reducing their emissions until 2030, but we had to be reduced by 70% by that time.
Yeah,
Like-
and they've got the most people on the planet.
Yeah,
What
with
a
the most carbon output. The biggest.
Everybody
carbon
just
footprint
hold
in
their
the world.
breath for 30 seconds at the same time.
Yeah. Ready? Go. We got to do that twice a day till 2078, and we'll be good.
Man, we'll maybe get it trending. People be passing out left and right.
When I was young, they taught me the circle of how oxygen worked. Was it needed people to breathe to create that carbon dioxide or whatever the hell that we exhaust
And
for the plants to eat.
Right. And
Right, the plants needed it,
back.
so we had, you know what I'm saying, we worked in most.
photosynthesis.
Oh, but we
Right.
hate plants. It's all about machines now.
Right, well, I guess if we stop chopping them down, maybe that's the point. Maybe we're birthing too much, but not, and chopping down too many trees.
Plants
That's
crave
exactly what it
electrolytes.
Save the trees, fuck the whales. What do the whales contribute?
Plant lives matter. Plant lives matter.
What's them whales contribute? Anybody know?
Yeah, I know.
Really cool soundtracks.
Whales eat the little shrimp thingies inside of the
Yeah,
ocean. I don't
we
know the
could
name
eat
of them.
shrimps.
They
We
eat
could
the
end
plankton.
world hunger if them fat motherfuckers stop eating all the shrimp.
But why not just
Shrimps
eat
are
the
good
whale?
though.
I don't eat the whale because it's all blubber. We need that for lipstick.
No, nobody wants to eat whale blubber, man.
Listen,
That's
some
realistic.
things are just reserved for Japan, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Lipstick and shrimp? I don't get
Yeah,
it.
so what's this map right here we're checking out
What is
with all the
this?
polka dots?
Oh, marine
Them's
truck?
not polka dots, them's boats.
Oh, okay. Look like Christmas.
Well, get your boats in order. Clearly, they're triangles.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
those poor whales.
Yeah.
Oh, where am I at? Taiwan. I need to go back up here to Korea. Look at the inside here, though. You'd think, look how crazy it is. This is the real-time maritime maps.
Ooh,
I mean, look at all these
that's a
ships.
good indication as to where certain things are popping up, because you're not going to see
Yeah.
a lot of regular traffic where there's a lot of military positioning.
I mean, look at that. Everywhere but in there. And up here in Russia, though, too. But this up here in Russia, right? This is where they were found all the nuclear fishes, right, Eric?
No.
What part of Russia did they find them nuclear
That
fishes?
was on the western part of.
That is the
it was
spot
on
where
the other side of Russia.
that's
No,
the
it's
part where
not.
they were giving away the land, though, the northeast corridor
That
of
is
Russia
where they're
there.
giving the land. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I
Yo,
wonder.
hey, yo, we should take that land. We should
Yeah,
we should try to get
all of us, we'll go up there and get 2 acres each.
for real.
What do
Yeah,
you mean?
what?
They just had a massive earthquake up there the other day.
Give a shit. Build a good house.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't
for
build
real.
it at the bottom of a big hill.
What are
Damn
you
those
gonna do?
earthquakes, yo.
What are you gonna do? Eat penguins for the rest of your life?
Penguins.
I don't know. Penguins are big, aren't they?
No, those are the king penguins down in the south.
I'll throw crab boxes out there. Get some crabs. Have a billy goat or two.
What? So are they giving the land away? Like we could make it our
It was
own
like-
sovereign country?
Well, you had to.
or,
It was basically like the U.S. Homestead Act. You had to come up. You had to do like farming and whatnot. And after a certain amount of years of being self-sustainable, then they give you the deed.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Oh man, we should totally do that. All of us.
It's close
And you
enough
have
to the
take
land bridge.
citizenship.
It's close
You
enough
have
to
to take- You have to become a Russian citizen.
You do have to become.
I have a couple. A couple sweaters.
What are you gonna change your name to? Chico
It's gonna be like
Rammstein?
Chico.
Tchaikovsky.
Man, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Vladimir
Russian.
Montana.
Yeah.
The things I do for my country.
Don't tell that to Putin.
Hey,
I'll make
it
Putin
wouldn't
some
be.
really cool shoes that make him look taller, and he'll be my friend.
It wouldn't be. They may accept me though, because the Russians used to be cool with the Cubans.
I think they probably still are.
Yeah, so I
Is
might
anybody
be.
here
I might
from
be
East
welcome.
Staticky?
Well, we know they're willing to arm you,
doing that
Cheeky.
thing again.
What?
Your mic's
Maybe
doing a
that's some
crackly
internet
thing.
issues.
My mic is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I like my mic. Aw.
Can we get a mic check?
Mic check.
Wrong mic.
Damn.
Maybe I'll stick it like that. Is that better?
No.
No, it's cracking.
Yes.
Crack-a-lackin'.
How about now?
No.
Yes, it's still happening.
Yeah, it still happened, but no, it didn't fix it.
How about now?
Better. Sounds better.
Sounds better, man.
Next. Guys, come on now. I thought we went down this road again. 70 people watching, 33 thumbs.
Here we go.
Start pounding.
One.
Start pounding them thumbs. Let's get it
Get
up
it
there and
up.
match.
Thumbs
It
up
better
and
be
share it
up or
for us,
down. It
guys.
doesn't matter. Make it match.
Much appreciated.
Yep. Because when I go left, you go right.
B's the thumb enforcer.
I'm Captain Thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
B
Thummy thumbs.
Thumbovich.
Keep thumbing it. Would you call me B Thumovich?
Yeah.
B. Thumovich.
Only when I'm drunk.
There you go.
When you've been drinking a bit of vodka, you know?
That's
keep
good
coming
stuff right
up.
there. All right, Paul Panda just
Oh,
threw out
boy.
there, fighter jets have been scrambled to intercept 6 inbound Russian bombers over Japan. Let's try to see what we can find out about that. Fighter jets scrambled to intercept 6 inbound Russian bombers over Japan.
6. That's quite a bit of Russian bombers, yo. I'd say.
It sounds just kind of out of place, but I mean, I guess I don't know. Russia has close proximity to Japan, though.
Hold on.
We're
I
just
just
looking
found
at
the
it.
source of it. This is from Next News Network.
Oh my God! I swear to you, I was about to say that. And I did. Oh my God! I should have said it. I should have said it. I just had a feeling.
So explain to
wonder
the people
who's
in the
his
chat
source?
what that means.
He does not have a source.
It means he just made that shit up out of thin air.
There you go.
Isn't that what his ex-employee said that he was paying him to do?
To write scripts.
Make shit up, yeah. And then rip that dude off. That person. Oh well. I'll shut
I'm
up.
Malik
This
Messenger.
just in. Russia's sending bombers here. It's about that fucking credible if you watch Next News.
Yeah, I
Except
mean, when
except
that
for I
was-
must not be as sexy in a
That was
suit
put
and a
out
mohawk.
11 minutes ago. Oh my goodness, he's really about to try to capitalize on this. He got over almost 4,000 views in 11 minutes.
Because that's what he do.
That
He
is what
slangs
man
fear.
does.
He's the
That's-
fucking
that's
dope
somebody
man.
that soaked up all those Trumpies left and right. He rode the coattails of the whole Trump campaign, sucking them up.
Wow.
about
So
truth.
So get this. This thing that he's talking about, I just found it from the Daily Mail 15 hours ago. So he's spreading 15-hour-old news.
He's
as it's
spreading
breaking.
that old fake news.
That old fake news. Yeah.
Damn, can't even give us some fresh fake news. Bum bitch.
Oh no, he's gonna give us some old stale shit.
if he can't pay his scriptwriter, he doesn't have very many options. You know?
Right.
And I was wrong. This is from
Breaking
20 hours ago. 20
Breaking
hours
news.
ago.
Next News Network did their own research, came up late.
Oh man.
Sorry, guys, I would have got this to you sooner. I was too busy pimping my kids.
Ooh.
Oh, it's all good, Paul. No worries,
Oh,
man.
that's
We're
for the
just,
people that don't realize that he created a channel. He makes his kids do stupid shit on YouTube for money.
Yep.
So I don't need anybody to say I just threw a low blow out there. That's the reality of
Well,
it.
it wasn't a low blow at all. That was more so sad truth than anything.
Yes, that's what it is.
That's pretty disgusting, yo.
That's how you know people are in it for the money, dude. It's exactly how you know. It's different.
Man, right now.
Whatever. It's
Oh yeah,
different
no, Twisted. We were talking about
your kid has a
Next News
channel and they don't
Not
use it.
Paul.
But
I appreciate
this
the
dude
info.
straight up puts out video. It's in his news description box. Do your kids like watching YouTube? Tell them to watch my kids on YouTube.
Huh. Yeah, it's
I've read
different
more of
between
his
the kid
description box
honestly
than I have
wants
listened to
do
his
it on
video.
their own, but
No, he's a bum.
And then there goes the viewership tank.
So what? They're probably going to see that really cool video we're talking about.
Is that who else is
Did they hit
reporting
all
it?
the thumbs up? Who else is reporting it?
Apparently the
Nobody.
the DEF CON site.
Did anybody tell DEF CON they were retired a few years ago?
Yeah,
They retire what?
we go over that it seems like we go over that every couple of months when something pops off, and that's
Right.
okay. I don't mind repeating it for the people that might not know, but it is important to note that the DEF CON warning system that you guys see online and see tweeting out on Twitter and Facebook is a independently run site that is not associated with our government in any way. Somebody here knows, I'm sure, but what year did they do away with the DEF CON system, gentlemen?
Wasn't it 2001?
Something
I don't
like.
know,
I
but
mean,
I feel like it was.
I thought
at
it was in the
least 15 years
90s, but
ago.
it is a
was
civilian site.
either
It's
in
not
the
a
late
government
90s,
site.
Early 2000s.
I mean, it's good to have a site around that keeps track of stuff at the alert level, because without it, there would be zero. There'd be nothing. But I think people, when they see that, they still think that, yeah, it's tied into official.
Well, these guys
stuff.
released an alert level with reasons and, fucking half-ass journalism along with it. Like, okay, we raised the alert level because such and such. And it's like, okay, where are you getting all this from? And why do you feel the need to do it? You know what I'm
Because they just got a crusty story from next. No,
saying? Yeah, right.
Yeah, Paul. We just did a search, and that was what came up. Not saying that you put
Oh
out
my
Next News
freaking
Network
goodness,
stuff.
wow.
So,
I'm going through his comments right now. These people are sad.
Well, I'm proud to say that I didn't even take the time to go look at that fucking
they
video.
gotta gather somewhere.
So like someone right now literally said to him a minute ago, I clicked on 10 of your vids and not one single ad. They just cut your revenue off. Gotta have to start selling more weight loss tea.
Get the tea.
Gotta get that shit.
Gotta get the tea.
Get that.
You know what? I'm curious if that tea's good.
Gotta get that.
But guys, with the impending thing with North Korea, if we don't get this tea, our earlobes are just gonna come off of our bodies.
You
You
gotta
gotta
get
get
the
this
tea.
tea.
Did I tell you I seen sideways lightning yesterday?
You gotta stop having that tea. That's a little too far. That's part of the side effects right there.
what kind of tea are you
Is that side
drinking?
effects? I don't know. Fucking celestial.
All right,
Celestial.
that Tito.
Yeah, that tea. I go to the store to get that tea.
Remember how I told you I was wanting to expose Ty Lopez?
Yeah. Did you see
Well-
his video with the cash me outside girl?
No, I heard him talking about it, but why I'm bringing this up is because throughout this whole YouTube fiasco, I'd never seen H3H3. I'd never stumbled across them ever. They got millions of subs, big channel. Apparently, he went to Ty Lopez's house, and of course, some of it was scripted. When you watch it, like the end when they're throwing him out and everything. When he first like gets in there and he's going through stuff, he exposes some things, and since it was on film, But he walked in and he did exactly what we've said this whole time. He exposed that he's leasing everything. And Ty even admitted it in the video nonchalantly. Everything, even the house. He's like, no, I'm not renting the house. And he's like, it's called a lease, that walks off, all nonchalant. So he doesn't own it. And then when they walked into the garage, the first thing dude from H3H3 did was like, what's this on the Ferrari? Saying that it was a rented vehicle. And he's like, let's see the titles and all this other stuff, and started to have him point. He's like, it's leasing and this is so. Like I said before, he owning. He built this image, and they even talked about it in there. He asked him if he felt guilty for what he did. Apparently, he doesn't.
He ain't guilty. He's a he's playing he's playing the game of businessman.
Right. That's how he put it.
Bernie Madoff still don't feel guilty. Is he alive?
I don't know.
As soon as you bring up Bernie Madoff, you get a laughing Obama on the screen.
Am I still sharing? Did you see that shit?
Yeah. As soon as you said Madoff, he pops up like,
I'm
yeah.
looking at that. I'm like, this dude. I'm like thinking how. I'm like, I should share my screen just so people can see this shit. It's funny though.
That smile, though.
Man. That smile though. The guy's got a good smile.
I was expecting to see News Dud down there on the Turkish border giving us frontline coverage. I was expecting to see Spiro running through the fields, man, with his hard hat on,
with a UN helmet on and a blue life proof or a blue bulletproof
this is what
vest.
Spiro's doing right now.
He's like, excuse me?
Yeah. Oh no, he didn't.
I know you're listening. I know you just said F you.
That's right. Google
but he
knows
can't
too.
say it publicly because his bitch will slap him. Man.
It's a damn shame. We need some frontline coverage out there too, for real.
What? Is that you running right now, B, to go get the coverage?
Pew.
Run.
That's it.
You
He's on his
seen
way.
me lately?
He's on his way to Pyongyang, man. He's gonna run all the way to
Pyongyang.
Pyongyang.
I'm gonna fire up a live stream from the top
That's
of
a
the
hell of
big
a
brick
run.
building.
Dang, he went to the gym a few times in the past week or so, and dang.
And now you can run on water.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that
Step in the
T.
scene like pow.
That T.
It's all about
What if
that
I got the T? Would it make me light as air and walk on water? Would it make my shirt never untuck no matter how hard I whip my arms up and down?
You wouldn't need to use your feet.
How
You
the
just
fuck did they
float
pull
down.
that shit off in Forrest Gump? I'll bet you that shirt was glued to him. I can't pick up a quarter off the ground without my ass crack coming out.
Is he wearing a MAGA hat?
TMI.
He's wearing a MAGA hat.
He's wearing a MAGA hat.
He was the original MAGA.
Here he goes on his way to his first campaign rally, and I am running.
I thought that was supposed to be Obama if Hillary lost. He said, "I'm out."
Mm. Useful idiot. Oh no, Bannon's in peril.
Oh yeah, just to let you know, B, Kim Kardashian and them are in. Well, you see it right now.
Now I see it. Yeah,
That's why they were here.
because they went to a game today.
Yep.
She lives here.
Oh
That blonde one.
no, Kim and them. They're there with that other girl for some
Yeah, I
reason
know.
because of the game. And they really got all that police around them, really?
Of course, celebrities matter. Not you. Why would they ain't gonna protect you? They gotta protect her and them. Playoffs start now. Tonight was the last night of the regular season.
For basketball?
Yup.
That was fast. Oh, well, that shows you how much I don't watch it.
For what sport?
Basketball.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
it seems like it was just a few months ago that I was out there during the Cavs celebration.
What is KC?
Right, that was the last memory I had of anything basketball. Was you in that event?
That shit was crazy, man. That was bigger than any of the political shit we've been in. Them fucking dudes are just drunken nuts.
To let you guys know, there is a DDoS attack on KCNA. KCNA is the Korean Central News Agency. They are down.
All right.
How
And
did the DDoS get in there? And we can't fucking get in there, but they got in there?
Hold on, I pay attention to some stuff like this, dude. If news agencies are starting to go down, journalists are being held hostage. I'm serious. Dude, until I hear something out of one of them 200 journalists, dude, they're hostage to me. Chihuahua going off.
Yeah,
Just
my
call
bad.
it Chihuahua.
My Wawa.
What are
Yeah.
they doing with the fucking hovercraft? They just drive that thing around everywhere in the Pacific?
Yep.
And you guys see this is from the U.S. Pacific Command's Twitter page from like 29 minutes ago, but they're showing us
Old ass
know,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, so what's this guy? Amphibious fleet. Where y'all headed?
Those are the ones that went out last.
Oh
Look at the
boy.
blue helmets.
Look at them
USS
fucking
Germantown.
helmets. Look at these fucking helmets. Shiny as fuck. These guys ain't never did shit in their life. Oh no. Why would they be wearing helmets like
They don't
that?
have UN stamps on them, do they?
No, they got, I don't know what they got on
It
them.
is really shiny helmets.
You know, you just said that, Japan was taking all of its citizens out of Korea. You also have to remember that Trump just sent that nuke sniffer to Japan.
Yeah.
Dang, why is your screen so big?
I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get all up on it. Fuck, messing stuff up though. I think I might be able to get a little, maybe bump it up to 2. That's the best I can do. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that emblem is. It's got to be their ship emblem. I don't know. Let's
Okay.
ask Cortez and see what he
So-
says.
So right now
BS.
we are having a DDoS attack on multiple different news agencies inside of the Korean Peninsula.
And I do believe that those emblems on the front of their hats are ranks. I can see one bar on some of them, no bars on some of them. This guy all the way on the right in the blue, head level with the guy in the center. He's got, looks like he's got 3 on the bottom there. So I think it's ranks.
Some guys ain't got shit.
Yeah, and some don't have
So-
anything.
So
This guy, this is the cook right here.
the North Korean intranet service company is down.
The intranet.
Intranet.
Yeah.
Which means they're going to
internal
start panicking soon.
Kim must have turned it off.
being reported as a DDoS attack by people. The website is not loading up for me.
Well, I'm over here on the NORS map, and it's interesting because although it's not showing anything, no activity on North Korea whatsoever, what it is showing is right across the border, there's 2 red dots that are launching shots at other places. So it's showing me that right across the border in South Korea, they're up to cyberattacks, which this is exactly where it could be launched from. The U.S. backed South Koreans right across the border. That's who would want to bring it down. They just did something. That's what they would want to do. They want to take all this, they'd black everything out. Now there's a third one just popped up.
Can you show your screen?
Second here. Oh, good.
You guys just all heard it. You guys just all heard that Mike has contact with North Korea in English. Chill.
Oh, Russia's getting busy.
I don't troll, but
I'm
I
sorry.
troll North Korea English. No, it's all
Thinking
good.
out loud.
What's Russia doing?
Yeah. They're right down there in that little spot, like as close as they can look. You tell it's Russia, man. That they've got some kind of little base right there where they're popping off shots.
It's
not
like
right.
you're firing a laser.
Yeah, well, look, you've got 1,
We
2,
got laser
3.
beams.
You got 3 little spots right here. Somebody's bucking off shots over there in Japan.
Dang, they're really attacking China though. You see that down there?
Let's get a global map. United States just lighting up. Christmas tree. It's crazy. United States
As long as they don't fuck
tax.
with Pornhub, everything will be all right. We need porn overloads and all, you know.
Oh, I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm done.
Man, what is that spot there, man? They're pounding the hell out of this one spot. Dumping on it.
Yo, check your system there, Mike. It sounds like they ain't got no audio.
Not hearing anything at all? All right, I guess, am I back now? I'm probably back now. Sorry about that, guys. I know you guys could hear me. So let me go back to let me just go over that one more time here real quick. Just so they can see what I'm talking about. But back on the 9th, last time they put something out about Dennis Rodman. I've never seen them retweet anything before about Rodman. And then really anything other than just their verbal propaganda that they spew. You're always welcome here. They put on April 9th. Now, they said the rise of our youth at gun and tank readiness. The great leader calls for war. So they're proclaiming that their youth is ready for gun and tank readiness. All right. Then we get to this. All on the 9th. Comrade Kim Jong-un has for you revolutionary micro nuke. North Korea Exchange 3 tactical mini warhead, Yanwoo solid rocket. So I don't know what that means, but that's just what they put out. And then this was also on the 9th. North Korea refinements of heavy cobalt isotope at Choi Mountain Lab. It looks like there's something launching there. And then this lithium atomic bullet. What is that? Lithium atomic bullet. They using Duracell in their stuff now. National Area Noble reboot. 10 million years to guarantee the future of a small country and a nation. Yeah, so April 9th. That's the last time they tweeted out. I'm usually talking about them all the time. This is weird. Very, very weird. So they're ready. There's no doubt. No doubt. All right, guys. Well, we're at an hour and a half. What are we looking at, P? What is that? Herb Senior? Is that what his name?
I'm just looking for stuff.
The Herb Senior Show. I bet he's better than Next News Network. You guys should go check out the Herb Senior Show.
I don't know. Look at him. Look at him thieves. He's got $1.50 just to the right.
That's it. That's it. Listen.
If you don't know what $1.50 is, just stack the quarters and you'll know.
That's it. That's it. Anybody have anything specifically that they wanted to talk about tonight, as far as anything other than North Korea, or if you'd like to elaborate a little bit more on anything with North Korea? But is there anything that you guys have?
Well, 28 seconds ago, somebody put out an update, and the update says update, no update. I'm not kidding you at all. That's literally what it says.
All right. Well, you got to admire the honesty with some people. Oh, that was Jester?
Yeah, that was Jester.
Yeah, that guy's pretty funny. All right. Well, I mean, if nobody has anything else,
hey, where do you think Kim Jong-un and the North Koreans got their activated plutonium, or uranium, whatever you need to make bombs?
You think they mined it from the mountains?
Well, mining is one thing, but how do they refine it?
You think they found it in the mountains, quote unquote found?
Well, you can't just dig up uranium and nuclearize it. You have
That's why I just said quote unquote.
Jeez. Thought you freaking knew better.
I don't know what he just quoted some shit. Like, you think they dug it up, quote unquote? What part? I don't know. I'm just wondering.
The quote
Somebody had to have sold
it in the mountains.
They had to have gotten it from somewhere.
You don't think they're refining on their own?
No.
No, but now we know that they got a border with Russia that I never knew about. So anything's possible.
Or maybe China.
Look, North Korea was saying they would send nuclear material to support Assad. And you're not hearing nothing about nukes in Syria. You know what I'm saying? It's just about chemical, whatever. When it comes to North Korea, there's nothing chemical, but it's nukes. It'd be some shit.
Yeah.
They slip some weaponry up there.
Yeah.
Connection between the two, man, is no. It's only time to tell.
Why
It'll
the
be
fuck would they blow one up in a tunnel?
That's what I don't understand. And why waste the nuke itself either?
To blow it up in the dirt. Maybe he thinks he's going to create a shockwave down there and make a fucking tsunami.
What?
Maybe the tunnel goes under the water.
Maybe.
Look at this old rickety ass submarine this dude's hanging out of.
It's like the Pinto.
Damn, that thing ain't seen paint since 1940.
Who the fuck would go underwater in a rusty bucket like this?
Yeah, look at the long part of it. It's straight up rusty all the way around. Like,
why does this water look so damn flat?
Uh-oh.
it looks like they just pulled it up from the bottom of the ocean.
That's Hitler's U-boat. They raised it from Argentina.
Yeah.
No problem,
Wouldn't be
guys. I see
surprised.
everybody in the chat saying thank you and your good nights and everything else, and we appreciate it.
They don't want us to go nowhere.
Yeah.
Not until you get to at least equivalent thumbs up. Still need another 10. Still need another 10 and 6 more subscriptions.
Well,
Where are we at now?
For a lot.
Oh, we're at 194
194
subs. Ooh, that'd be really cool to get over 200 tonight. That'd be
Get
awesome.
you over to 200. I seen one dude in here. Where's he at? Where's Mr. Fight for Life? He was in here repping himself. So if he can rep himself, he better be subbing to you. I'm gonna go ahead and save that shit, just so you can check. If that dude don't come back, we're gonna blast the fuck out of his next live stream with come sub my channel.
That's right.
All right.
It's all good, Vic.
I got nothing.
It's all good. It's all good. Let's do some shout outs real quick. Autumn Kite, Danny's hanging out with us. Genia, thank you for hanging out. We saw you last week too. Appreciate you coming back. Always a hope. 80s, Twisted. Paul, always a pleasure, sir. 80s. Alexander, Barb, Autumn, Mama Linus. Yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight, Bob Hammond, Jay.
Who's going to be the 200th sub?
That's
One
it.
more.
Are we at
I got a gold
199?
watch for whoever subs to 200.
Oh
Fine,
boy.
I'll sub.
I got a gold watch. That's all I'm free.
Eric says he'll sub.
201.
There we go. Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Nice. Hell
Much
yeah, guys.
appreciate that. You guys are awesome.
Good.
Thank you so much for doing that. We really appreciate that. Make sure you guys check out the schedule. I got all the shows, links, everything in the description box underneath. Everybody have a wonderful night. Keep your eyes peeled. Stay strong. Just keep following. Make sure you have your notifications turned on. We're always watching. Somebody is around the clock. So we'll start tweeting out stuff as soon as we hear it. Let's keep our fingers crossed nothing happens, but the stage is set. So let's see what continues throughout the night and into tomorrow. It'll be interesting to watch. Just watch for us going live, guys. All right. Thank you very much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Everybody be safe. Have a wonderful night. Take care, everybody.
Hey, B.
Nobody unsub once we end this.